Hello everybody, Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is gonna be a champion spotlight on Fenax, the real Grim Reaper of Raid Shadow Legends. So I 6-starred this champion over 1 year ago while I was doing my missions for Arbiter. I had no other spirit champions to take to 60 and ascend for the specific mission, so I took Fenax. I never really gave him the right gear, I never really booked him, I didn't give him masteries, I haven't really played him enough to be able to decide if he's a good champion or a bad champion, so he's actually sat in the vault for over 1 year now. But today we're gonna take him for a spin in some dungeons, in arena, including in clan boss. Yeah, in clan boss. He doesn't look like a clan boss champion, but trust me, you guys are in for a treat. So, for whoever is not familiar with Fenax, guys, he's a spirit affinity epic champion from the Sacred Order. We have his skills right here. So put down his level, his A1, sorry, attacks one enemy, places an extra hit. If the target has any debuffs, enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. So I hear this question a lot. No, block revive does not require accuracy. I just wanted to clarify that for people that are curious about it. Then we have his A2, Stern Partner, on 4 turn cooldown, fully booked, attacks all enemies, has an 80% chance of placing a block buffs debuff for 2 turns, places a block cooldown skills debuff for 1 turn. If this skill does not place a block buff debuffs, then he is paired with Talia, which is another champion from the Sacred Order faction, and he has the couple skill, to call it like this, decreases bomb debuff detonations countdown by 1 turn when Talia is on the same team. Then we have his A3, So Fabulous, on 4 turn cooldown, fully booked, attacks one enemy, has a 60% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff and a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Now that makes him super viable for Fire Knight because of this skill. His A1 can be used there as well. Once you land the debuff on the Fire Knight, he'll be multi-hitting. His A2 right here is super good for a Ice Golem on the second wave. Then his A1 is an absolute beast against the Ice Golem minions and arena. You guys have no idea how hard his A1 can hit. Honestly, I think it's the hardest hitting skill as an A1 in the game. So I'm not comparing him to Draco, which gets extra damage, the surplus damage, because that's a kind of an extra thing. Same with Baron. I'm talking about the normal skill. Honestly, I think it's one of the hardest hitting skills in the game. Then he has block revive on top of that, which is super huge for arena. Now, let's have a quick look at the gear, and then we're gonna have a quick look at the masteries. So we have him right here on a Savage set and a Speed set. We have the weapon, we have the helmet, we have the shield, we have crit damage gauntlets, we have attack chest piece, we have speed boots, we have an attack ring, which actually rolled me a quadruple attack, then the glyph maxed it, so 30% attack only from the ring. We have a crit damage amulet, and we have an accuracy banner to land those debuffs. Keep in mind, if you are using him for arena, if you purely want him to do damage, or even in clan boss, you're gonna see when we swap the accuracy banner for an attack banner, give him just attack, don't give him accuracy for arena, you'll be actually benefiting more like that. Then we have masteries right here. We have offense and support tree for dungeons and arena. Now, I did one mistake and I got Cycle of Magic instead of Evil Eye. I wasn't really thinking much because using him in dungeons, I still kept the attack banner, but thinking that I want to show the champion to you guys and see what he's capable of, I decided to actually give him an accuracy banner. So I really wish I would have given him Evil Eye instead. I'm not going to reset the masteries just for that, for 150 gems. So I'm literally just telling you, if you're using him for dungeons with accuracy, make sure you get Evil Eye instead of a Cycle of Magic. Plus, like that, you'll get lower chances of him decreasing the cooldown of the rest of the skills. You mainly want him to use the A1, especially on the Ice Golem. So we have a Deadly Precision, we have Keen Strike, we have Heart of Glory, we have Whirlwind of Death, we have Ruthless Ambush, we have Wrath of the Slain, we have Bring It Down, we have Kill Streak. For tier 6 we have Helm Smasher, and super important, Get Methodical on him. Increases the damage inflicted by this champion's default skill, which is the A1, by 2%. Each time it is used during battles, stacks across each round in a battle up to 10%, so that means you'll be getting a 10% extra damage from his A1. Then we went with a bit of accuracy here. Right, we saw the masteries, we saw the skills, we saw the artifacts we have on him. Time to get him in for a spin. So we're gonna start with the Fire Knight The game is bugging like crazy. I'm clicking on battle, it takes me to the market, it takes me to the summoning portal. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't want to summon, I don't want to buy nothing from that portal. So let's crack on the Fire Knight. So he's actually strong affinity, he won't be getting so much damage from the Fire Knight. So we have him with Lysandra, Arbiter, Draco. We have a Cold Heart to decrease a bit the thermometer on the Fire Knight to deal a bit of more damage. So let's take him in for a spin. I'm gonna lower the speed on the first wave only, just so you guys can see the actual AoE. His AoE is not what actually makes him shy. He doesn't hit as hard with the A2. He did add some pretty serious damage though. But his A1 is what makes him shine. So I will be calling the numbers rather than leaving it slow, because I really don't like keeping the speeds on slow. So we have his A3 with the Dow defense down and attack and weaken, sorry, 69k. A1 101k the first hit. He didn't have a chance to place the second. 111k there again. He didn't have the chance to place the second hit on the mobs because they're just dying too quick. He's just wrecking them. 82k, 82k on the other one. So here I really hope we're gonna land defense down. I would kind of want a manual just to make sure I have that defense down to be able to see the true damage he can do like that. Because the runs I've done before just to test him, unfortunately Draco kind of messed me up. So we have 41k there. Okay, we decreased the thermometer, so we should be fine from here on to see him in full action in a second. So there we go, defense down. Time to go for A1. 95k, 121k, and I'm not sure if we had the tech up on him. I think we did, but I'm not 100% sure. 149k with his A2. Pretty solid damage. Hopefully he will get a chance to use the A1 again, and he will get the chance right here. 97k, 130k, so that was a Helm Smasher proc probably. We have 1.5 million damage from Fenax, 830k from Cold Heart, 840k from Draco. So he almost doubled the damage that Cold Heart and Draco did. Let's see this Savage piece. Not good, we can sell it. Right, let's move to the Ice Golem now. He's super good for Ice Golem because of the A1. Block revive, super important. So I'm gonna try him on this team, leave him on full oro. Actually, I'm gonna manual the first wave, just to make sure he's actually gonna get to use on the second wave his A2. And like this, we can actually see better the numbers on his A1 that he can do here. We have attack up, we have defense down and weaken on the mob. So we're gonna use the A1 here. Let's see. 124k, he one-shotted with the first hit. He didn't have a chance to place the second again. He hits extremely hard with his A1, so his multipliers on the A1 are 4.1 attack, for whoever is wondering. Crazily high multipliers for a A1, for a basic skill. 131k, again, no chance to use the second hit. That block revive is so important on the minions on the Ice Golem, you guys have no idea. But how I said, his HP is a bit low. He's a neutral affinity here, so it's kind of important to try to give him a good support champion in case if he dies on the boss, to be able to bring him back. So we have block debuffs here. Torture Helms, or whatever are the names of these two champions, they will have no chance of actually bringing that reflect damage on us. How you saw, we literally smashed them only with the champions we have right here, so none of them are crazily built for damage overall. We didn't have the tech up, unfortunately. If no, that would have definitely been a block revive on the mob there. Super good champion for here. We might even do another run here just to manual it on the mobs with attack up, defense down and everything. So that was his A3. 126k, definitely solid damage. We got that block revive in there, 78k, 81k without attack up. We only have one mob. We block revive on the second one. So from here on, we safe. The golem cannot hurt us as crazily as before anymore. So it's pretty straightforward. That's why we need a support champion. You see he's getting pretty low. You can use him with any decent reviver, honestly. Just in case if he dies, if you're not able to tank him enough and you're focusing a lot of attack to deal solid damage there, you do want to have a reviver on the Ice Golem. It definitely feels much safer overall. So we have 820k damage from Stag Knight, 1.5 million from Draco, almost 1.7 million damage from Fenax. We got a decent piece here overall. Crit rate, defense from a reflex set. I might keep this one actually. I like reflex sets to use them on all sorts of crazy stuff. So now we've seen him in dungeons, guys. These are the two dungeons I actually recommend you to use him. You could use him in the keeps if you like, in the Mino as well maybe. You can clear the waves pretty quick as well. But now let's take him for a spin in arena. Now before I do that, let me just quickly change the banner on him. Sorry about that. So we have him right here. And his attack banner is here. So we're gaining almost 600 attack, which is actually crazy. So right now I'm going to check the total stats again to tell you how much attack I have on him like that. So we have 5.5k attack, super solid attack. And let's go on here. We can go on this team as well. They do seem to have a bit of resistance. We're gonna take a Duchess with us as well. So let's just put it by rank here so it's easier for me to actually find the champions. Duchess, where are you hiding? Now let's take Fenax in here as well. We do have attack up from her, block debuff, so we don't get frozen by Tormin because we don't run immunity on him. So there he is. We should run a Madame series as well. Let me just find my one at level 59. She's on higher accuracy. I'm keeping one at 59 just so I don't confuse them rather than go in Vault when it's the arena reset. I gotta go quick and switch champions so I don't have time to search in Vault. Get out of there, search the one with immunity, search the one with high accuracy. So I prefer to go on like this. And what other champion should we bring in? Let's bring in maybe Krisk just to have a bit of shield to in case if anything crazy happens. But guys, don't forget to smash that like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. That will actually mean a lot to me. Let's jump straight into action. So we have that block debuffs. Let's strip the buffs off from them. Increase a bit the speed to make sure we're getting our turn. So we're gonna go for Duchess. First hit, we didn't even had the chance to use the second hit from the A1. 105k block revive on Duchess. Crazy damage from his A1, guys. Then we're gonna go for Rotos. Now the only problem here with Rotos, you do have to make sure you have some sort of a debuff on him. And unfortunately right now we have none. Because Raglin actually got the cleansing. So what we're gonna do right now is just gonna go with the A1 and try to smash Raglin, see if we can do it. 42k hit, no defense down on her, and she had Veil as well, so she got destroyed instantly. She stood no chance. We will be fighting quite a few more teams here, just to show you how it works against Rotos as well. But how you guys can see, that block revive is so important. Arena, Ice Golem is a super important skill. So right now, let's try to block it on Tormin. 66k, Tormin is dead. Nobody can revive here anymore. Let's do that as well. Just in case if Rotos does decide to go on him. So I'm gonna actually give him an A1 here, see how much damage we do. We got a weak hit, unfortunately. So that's the only off with him. Against Rotos, his weak affinity. If he would not be weak affinity, poor Rotos, he would have no idea what is waiting for him. So there we go, we got 176k damage. How you guys saw, we one-shotted with the A1, only with one hit, without getting the second one. Every single one of his tanks in here was a pretty solid team overall. So we have another opponent here. We have a Siphi, Rotos, Duchess, and Krisk. Crazy champions, high resistance team. They're probably around 700 resistance, all of them here. Crazy team. So we're using Lissandra, Madame series, Duchess, and Fenax. Let's see how we can actually deal with the team. We have some of the most OP champions in the entire game going against us in this team. So let's see what exactly will happen. Okay, so she actually did manage to go before Fenax, place that defense up, all the nonsense. So we're gonna try to see if we can one-shot Rotos here. We do have debuffs on him, so hopefully we're gonna be able to one-shot him. There we go, 18k. Of course the damage numbers are smaller because he has low HP. We block revive on him, so he cannot come back. to live and bother us from here on. And then we have all the rest of champions, pretty crazy. A lot of buffs on them right now, so we have ally protection, so from here on it's gonna be quite hard to actually deal some serious damage on them. We didn't manage to strip that off. So we're gonna use the AoE attack here, which is not gonna do a lot of damage because they have defense up and all the rest of the skills. But Chris here lost a lot of HP because of that. So if we manage to get him down ASAP, that would be great. We're gonna go and use the A3 after on a Duchess. Or we can actually go on Siphi now. She doesn't have ally protection anymore, but we don't have attack up, we don't have defense down on her or anything else. So he's not necessarily a good nuker AoE, but his A1 is what makes him so good. He hits crazily good, how you saw in the previous fight as well. We literally one-shotted all the tanks. And exactly what I was telling you guys. That's what I hate. Putting him to sleep is like so annoying. Like that skill is so crazy. You don't need to... So I think he's gonna use his A3 here, so I'm still gonna strip them off. She got resisted, okay. All this random resistance is super annoying. So now we can actually go and exterminate Krisk. No, we cannot. We got played, guys. We got played right here. So let's go and try to go for a Duchess. This seems like it's gonna be a long fight because of all the nonsense we're doing. But we're gonna be ready for the second time. I supposed to don't use the A3 on my Madame series before. It would have been a wiser decision. Let's increase that speed. We gotta go A1. We had a bit of shield there. So it's just because we've done that mistake. If not, the fight would have been over by now. If I wasn't actually stripping the buffs at that point, I was letting them to go one more turn to do their beating. Would have been much better. So let's use that AoE again. 24. Okay, not crazily. Of course, we don't have defense down, so you don't really see it shining that much. But we're gonna do another fight where we're actually gonna use that specific skill starting from early on. So now we've been a bit more sneaky. We haven't used that skill, so now we can actually strip all the buffs from them once they buff again. There we go. They've done all their crazy stuff. Let's use the A3 here. Goodbye. I like to see that. Now it's time to clap them. Time to clap them. Okay. Who's getting the turn now? Again, Madame series, and let's go Fenax. Fenax for the win. Who should we go first? Let's take Siphi down. She's annoying. 78k, the first hit only. The second hit didn't manage to get in. Was enough damage from the first hit to actually kill her, which is crazily good. I don't know if you guys realize how strong that A1 it is. Like, you have champions that are not capable to nuke with their special skills like A2, A3. They're not capable to nuke these champions, and he does it with his A1 with a single hit, not even with a second. 109k hit there from him. I'm gonna leave it to go on auto from here on. We already took 4 minutes on this fight, which is actually too long. So I'm only gonna do another 1 or 2 more fights to show you guys. I don't want to look for any sort of teams with Valkyries in here because I don't have high resistance on him. So let's see, maybe a team without Roto so I can actually use his A2 as a nuke. It's not really good against Rotos to nuke the A2, but other people can have him in lower tiers where you don't find so many Rotos to fight, and is actually pretty solid there. So let me just find my other Madame series, which is on immunity. Okay, they have immunity. Madame series, she should be using her A3 on auto. There we go. And Fenax. Bang, nuke them. They actually managed to nuke that team. Of course, we didn't have the Rotos in there, but we got 224k damage overall from him. Crazily good damage. How we saw, the A1 is the thing that makes him the best. So I don't want to do more arena fights because I do want to do a clan boss run. So there we are. We re-gear him for clan boss a bit to be able to get the right speed. We changed the masteries on him. So total stats on him, we have 28k HP, 5.1k attack, 1.9k defense, 206 speed, 95 crit rate. I didn't want it to break too many of other champions to be able to build him with the right crit rate, so I'm missing 5 crit rate unfortunately. 233 crit damage, 158 resistance, 119 accuracy. Masteries, we went for a War Master as tier 6 from Helm Smasher. We do want him to actually get those War Master procs in there. We went on the counter attack tree, so we have Retribution, and the rest are not really crazily important. Again, methodical, super important, bring it down to get more damage, and we got Grim Resolve to deal more damage when we're not on full HP. I didn't change the set to Lifesteal because we have a Life Drinker on the Masteries. With the hits he does from his A1, A2, A3 is more than enough to self-heal and actually get that HP up to be able to counter-attack on and on. So that's the team we're using right here. Come on, just buy me that key. We're using Brackus for attack up, we're using Draco for debuffs, and 2 man-eaters, so he's gonna be on an unkillable team to be able to fully see the potential of his raw damage without worrying about giving him a high defense and other sort of stats to keep him alive. So I chose unkillable team, much better. Now, let's start cracking on it. Place those debuffs, increase their attack, go with the A1. 151k, 120k, and the War Master proc. That brings us up to 350k raw damage only from his A1, guys. Pair him with the counter-attack champion and you'll be getting crazily solid damage overall. Let's place that unkillable here so we can actually go easily, so we can click Oro the next turn without worrying too much about it. So because we always have a debuff on the boss, he's always gonna use 2 hits on his A1, which brings us to crazy good damage. 128k, 129k. Savage gear doesn't make such a huge difference on the clan boss, by the way, so right here we can click Oro with this team. Let's see a few more hits and we're gonna fast forward towards the end where we see the actual total raw damage. 69k hit with his A2 without defense down and weaken. Now we have them all back on trap except attack up. That was his A3. 132k without attack up. Counter attack 68k, 78k. War Master proc. We didn't have attack up. When we counter attack, we do deal 20% less damage. 131k, 143k with his A1. Multiple hits. Crazily good damage, I'm telling you. No defense down, no weaken. 150k without having adding the War Master. With the War Master takes us up to 200k damage just from his A1. 114k damage with his A2. So honestly, how I said his A2, it doesn't hit as hard, but his A1 is like next level. 152k hit from his A3. Again, I don't think we had attack up. Counter attack, 78k, 78k. Then we're getting our attack up back in line. No defense down there. So let's just leave it a couple of more runs here. Be able to see more damage. 141k, 150k. And the War Master, 72k. We're getting a bit more damage from War Master because of the Savage gear. It's only by a few thousand, sorry. Getting those counter attacks in, super important. But you guys see how crazily can hit. So I'm gonna let the run end and we're gonna jump straight at the end where we can see the total damage and the rest, compare it with the rest of the champions. So we got at the end here, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you do enjoy the video. So total damage out of all the champions, we have Fenax coming in with 13.2 million raw damage. We have Dracomorph with 16 million damage, Maneater with 4 million damage, Brackus the Shifter with 11 million damage, and the second Maneater with 3.4 million damage. So Fenax is 3 million behind in damage next to Dracomorph, which is the most OP champion for clan boss. Yes, guys, Fenax, an epic champion, can deal insane damage in the clan boss. I would have never expected it. Luckily, I did tested him last night just for fun on stream to see what he's capable of. But there he is, guys. Fenax is an amazing champion. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.